Hey, what's going on, guys? Watch Lawn Service here, back with another video, and today, guys, we're actually going to be reviewing the Echo HCS-4020. Let's get right into it. Alright, guys, so to start things off, this is the Echo HCS-4020. It's a single-sided hedge trimmer. This other flap here you see is actually a leaf rake or a leaf collector, and what that's meant to do is as you're going over the shrub, it actually will hopefully take everything you cut and throw it off to eliminate raking. It has a 21.2 cc engine on it, as well as the i30 starting system. So I guess to start off with this trimmer, let's talk about this leaf collector. I think it's a good idea with what they're trying to do with this leaf collector here. So if you guys trim shrubs really often, say you have some properties that you do it bi-weekly, I think this would be great. You just go over it, and anything that you cut, it'll just throw off to the side. Makes it very easy to rake up and collect up and take with you after you're done trimming the hedge. It doesn't leave all the dead leaves on top of it. However, if you're more like me, you live in an area of Pennsylvania here, people don't get their hedges done often. I might do a hedge or a bush maybe once or twice a season. So when you use this, you end up cutting a large amounts off, and while yes, this does throw the majority of it off, you end up having to go over it with the rake anyway, because you want to try to rake it and get anything to pop up that wasn't sticking up the first time when you cut it, and cut it all off. Now, I also have to admit, though, that even though this is one-sided, this is definitely the best cutting hedge trimmer I've ever used. Now, I can only compare that to the steel HS-45 that I used to use. However, this thing is 17 years old. It has probably never been sharpened, guys, and honestly, it's been pretty well neglected, so to have a hedge trimmer this old still running, I'm very impressed with the steel. It just doesn't cut that great anymore, being as old as it is. Now, I also can compare this to the Echo PAS pole saw, or the pole hedge trimmer, I should say, attachment that I have. That thing is great for getting high reach places, but honestly, the cut quality on that is not very good. This thing's phenomenal, and actually, a lot of my customers have, mentioned, like, wow, that thing cuts really nice. It is super smooth. It gets everything. It doesn't leave little things sticking up. It's super sharp, and honestly, I've heard a lot of people say the Echo hedge trimmers are really good with cut quality, and I have to say, from my experience, it's pretty true. But at the same time, I haven't tried that many other brands. I haven't tried that much other stuff. So I would like to be able to try more things, so I have a better opinion on that. But this is mostly what I use for dealer support purposes, and so that's really all I can say on that. Now, the one thing that annoys me with this hedge trimmer a little bit is the fact that it's one-sided. I know that's the main purpose of this hedge trimmer, and it really is a nice idea. It's just, you can only hold it this one way to do all your hedges, and for me, this is my main trimmer. I don't really bring much else with me whenever I do hedge trimming, so there's a lot of places I can reach with this, but there's some places that are really tough to reach, where I end up having to hold it like this, and try to go down and get in certain areas. So that's the problem with this thing, is the ergonomics to hold it gets a little uncomfortable after a while compared to a regular hedge trimmer like that one down there. It's way more comfortable, and with the regular one, you can also alternate which way you hold it. With this, not so much. Now, I do have to say, though, this is extremely good on gas. If I fill this gas tank up, I get a lot of run time out of this before I have to fill up again. And, I mean, it's pretty fuel efficient. It lasts a long time, especially compared to that. Now, this thing also starts up super duper easy. I do always have to turn the choke on when I start it, but it's just priming this bulb a couple times, turn the choke on, pull it to get that initial start, then I flip the choke off, pull it again, and it fires right up, no problem. Now, one thing I like with the 4020 hedge trimmer is actually how long the blade is. Like I said earlier, this is a 40-inch blade, and that's really nice. You really can reach out really far if you're doing the top of a hedge that's relatively low, or if you're even doing the sides of a hedge, you can really get a wide, cutting swath going on, and it definitely cuts your time down. It's really efficient in that sense, and I definitely like it. They also have a 3020 hedge trimmer, which is a 30-inch cutting blade, but honestly, if you guys are going to spring for one of these, being the prices they are, I would get the 40-inch just because having that extra cutting swath, it makes a huge difference in cutting down time. So if you're trying to decide between the 3020 and the 4020, I had a chance to demo both, and honestly, the 4020 is the one I ended up going with. Now, a con for this, guys, honestly, the price. This thing is really expensive. This particular model, being the 4020, is about $540, somewhere's in there. The dealership or Home Depot, I believe, also sells it. It's gonna be somewhere's in that price range. It's definitely steep if you're gonna be hedge trimming, but at the same time, if you guys do a lot of hedge trimming, it's a big part of your business, it definitely could be worth it. You can also get some lower end hedge trimmers from Echo that doesn't have this leaf collector, but they're double-sided. They still cut really nice from what I have used, and they're going to be a lot cheaper. You're going to be able to find them between $200 to $300. And let's face it, guys, that's a big difference compared to this. You could get 2 of those, have 2 guys running those, rather than 1 guy running one of these. So it's kind of a toss-up there. If you want the leaf collector, and if you do the bi-weekly cuts, it'd be really good for your business. But if you're more like me, it might not make sense to spend that much money for one of these. Alright guys, so let's check out a little bit of footage here of me using this thing, and then we'll go over the final verdict. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of footage there. Now is actually the point in the video I'm sure you guys are all waiting for, and that is me letting you guys know whether or not I think this is a buy. Alright, so we went over a couple of things in the beginning of the video, such as whether or not this was beneficial, the engine size, fuel efficiency, the cut quality, you know, stuff like that. And now the big thing that comes down to, at least in my opinion, is the price. Somewhere around $500 to $540 for this 40-inch cutting one. And guys, that's up to you to decide if you guys think that's worth it. I personally, if I would go back and buy it, I don't think I would. And I don't say that in a bad way. I just say that because it's a little bit expensive. I think I would spring for other Echo hedge trimmers that are cheaper. The ones that you could buy them for like $250, $300 that still have the really good cut, but they're a little bit more comfortable with a hold. You can kind of fit them in all over the place. And like I said, for me, this thing, as nice as it is to have, it's not really that beneficial because I still have to go back and rake off the bushes. Or if you live someplace where it's bi-weekly hedge trimming or something along those lines, this thing would be really beneficial, and I actually think that this leaf collector would definitely make the purchase well worth it. Alright guys, so as you can probably tell from this video, there's really no definitive answer to whether or not you should purchase this hedge trimmer. I mean, it really comes down to your budget, whether or not fuel efficiency is important to you, cut quality, whether or not the leaf collector is important to you. That's a huge one. Now with me living up north here, it's just not worth it, and it's not beneficial enough for me to spend the extra money on one of those. However, if I lived down south and I did hedge trimming a little bit more frequently, I most definitely would probably spring for that. So like I said guys, it really comes down to those things, and then you have to decide whether or not you think it's worth it for your business. Now, one thing I will mention is if you're starting off in lawn care or you're just getting into hedge trimming, right off the bat, I wouldn't recommend spending $500 on a hedge trimmer. You don't want something that's going to put that financial strain on your business. And some of you might be like, $500 is not that much. And it might not be for you. But for other people, $500 could be a really big burden. And I think that if you can get a used hedge trimmer or something closer to that $200, $250 mark, it's going to make a big difference. It's going to keep that financial stress off you. And I think it's going to make you a lot happier with you and your business. Now, guys, before we finish up this video, I also want to mention real quick, we actually got some fan mail in, so you know what that means. To the man cave! Alright guys, we got 2 pieces of fan mail to open up today. The first one's going to be from the Lawn Care Little Guy in Tinker, Oklahoma. Let's get right into it. Wyatt, I'm loving your channel. Keep up the amazing work, and I look forward to more videos. Pray for me, you know I'll be praying for you. Matt, the Lawn Care Little Guy. He also sent out this business card here, with all of his information here on the back, as well as a super sweet little sticker that's going up in the man cave right now. Perfect. Alright, Matt, thank you very much for sending that out, man. I really appreciate it. I actually stuck yours right up here next to Mullen's Lawn Enforcement, as well as Tony's Lawn Care, also from YouTube. So the next one, guys, is going to be from L&J Lawn Care in Quitman, Mississippi. Let's get right into it. Alright, guys, it looks like he sent out a whole bunch of these sweet little stickers right here. Let's put one up on the man cave right now. Alright, man, so I actually stuck your sticker up right here in the man cave, right next to my own sticker, as well as Romero Lawn Service. I appreciate everyone sending stuff to the man cave, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the stickers I sent back to you. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe if you all want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.